Hi, good morning everyone. Well, good afternoon actually. As promised, this is a vlog that I'm going to do reference psychic protection and spiritual protection, and also learning how to clear your space and clearing the self. Okay, so who I like to work with when I am asking for protection is I like to work with Archangel Michael. I work with Archangel Michael because I can see him for a start. And he's amazing. In his physical form, what I can see with my physical eyes is enormous. I don't think he'd fit in the living room. He's massive. He's absolutely huge. So sometimes he'll come to me and there'll be streaks of light. There'll be neon blue streaks across the room. There'll be like twinklies. If you see white twinklies, that's generally your guardian angel. However, for other people that might mean something to them, but for me that means that my guardian angel is close to me. I see it around other people as well. I tend to see it around their heads and their shoulders. But for me, I can see Michael with the blue twinkly lights as well as the white. When I see him in his physical form, I do generally see the whoosh of a cape behind. I have seen that before. Also, the other ways he likes to present himself to me is like a pinprick of light in my mind's eye, or I'll see it with my physical eyes, just a tiny, tiny dot of light, a speck, like a grain of sand. Other ways I see him is like a milky white cylindrical column with this beautiful palest of pale blues, and I can't sometimes distinguish whether it's blue or purple. Obviously the purple, you work in the violet, because it is violet, it's purpley violet. That's working with, you know, the crown chakra, the white with the crown chakra in the third eye with the violet. It's incredible, it's incredible. The kind of colours I'm talking about, the kind of colours that I've never seen down here in Earth. I've never seen them, nor have I seen anything that comes close to sort of replicating what I've seen. Okay, so very simple, no pomp and ceremony, no fanfare, no nothing. This is my statement of prayer. This is my intention. This is what I'm asking Michael to come and do for me today. Okay, some of it, well, most of it actually. I used to talk to Michael before I could make sense of what I was seeing him for, before I started on my angelic path, my spiritual path. My tutor, Reverend Chris Oldham, who's in America, we're doing a Michael's Minions course at the moment. She's brilliant. She's taught me everything I know up to date in terms of how to interpret what the angels are telling me and sensing me. But when I channel spirit and when I channel the angels, that is what they are saying to me. So Chris helps me interpret what's coming about by me seeing and sensing things, only to a degree, because she, you know, she's helping me to differentiate what I'm seeing. But sometimes the messages are so clear, or that split second thought, that's mine, that's been given to me, that's been divinely channeled from myself, from the angels and from spirit. But she has given me a prayer to use for me to directly connect to Archangel Michael, to help me ground and clear myself, and to cut and cauterize the cords of attachment that sometimes we don't know that they've got their teeth into us. Okay, and Michael has been putting me through my paces to help me understand what it feels like to be in a position where my thoughts and feelings aren't my own. Okay, when I've been under psychic attack, when I've been under really thick, heavy psychic attack. Okay, so much so that these thoughts and feelings, they're not mine. I'm thinking, where the hell is this coming from? Okay, and what the Michael's Minions course that she's delivering to me is teaching me, is helping me to understand and to really nail it down to when that started. Why am I thinking it? Investigate why I'm thinking and feeling these thoughts that are not very nice on occasion. And also, secondly, to work out when it's actually happening. Okay, because we can all brush it off as, oh, it's life, I'm depressed, stuff getting on top of me. That's all well and good, but do we know what's out there that might be getting their teeth into us? It's like having a good spring clean. It's like defragging the computer. Okay, I'll get around to it in a minute. Right, so all I'm trying to get you to appreciate at the moment is that there are entities and attachments out there that aren't for our highest good, okay? That aren't pink and fluffy, that aren't angelic based, that are trying to wreak havoc in our lives, maybe to a tiny extent, but then there's when things start really going wrong, okay? People can't just pass it off as that's just a bit of bad luck, you know? Okay, this is before it gets to those stages later down the line. I want to try and give you a prayer. It can be as elaborate or as simple as you want, okay? The most simplest of form can be, Archangel Michael, please clear all the crap out from me now. Get rid of anything that's not meant to be there. Thank you. And so it is. Or we can use the prayer that I'm going to use. Sometimes it changes, sometimes it doesn't. There are more elaborate versions of the prayer that I'm going to use today that I use. But I'm still getting to learn that one, so I'm going to give you the one that comes off the top of my head, okay? No candles, no music, no nothing, just intention, okay? Beloved Archangel Michael, I call on you now, and I ask that you and your band of mercy angels surround this space of healing, above and below and all around, to protect, defend and shield me from all intrusion and interference not in service to my highest good. I ask that you cut and cauterize all the cords of attachment, entities, and anything that is not in service to the light, of the light, and ultimately anything not of the light. I'll repeat again. Take it away from me now, beloved Archangel Michael. Take it away for clearing and for transmutation. I ask Archangel Michael that you also clear and purify my domain, my home, and all the contents within my home, so that I can feel safe, and that anything that is not of the light be taken away and sent up to heaven for healing and transmutation. Well, I ask Michael that this is done with immediate effect, and I ask that you please surround my space with your cobalt blue light of protection, and I ask that you surround on top of this cobalt blue light an aura of white sparkling diamond light to encapsulate my house, my belongings that have been cleaned and purified, and that you create a separate bubble with the same effect for myself. I ask Michael that when I step out of this healing space and my domain and all that resides within it that's been cleaned and purified, I ask that you afford me the same protection when I walk outside of this space, keeping me in the Christ light, walking with knowledge that I am protected and safe. Thank you, beloved Archangel Michael. It is done, and so it is. And that's it. It can be as long as that. It can be as short as the first version that I gave you, okay? Alright, I stumbled over my words I'm doing it now, a few times. It don't matter. It don't care if you make a mistake. It just cares that you took the time to deliver that for yourself, to ask for the prayer. Maybe what I should have put on the end of that is, I tend to say, and I'm sorry I didn't say, because you can say this as many times in the day as you feel is necessary, but morning and evening especially. You can also say, I wish that you keep that protection in place for the remainder of the calendar day, because I work nights. My calendar day now, wait a bit till midnight, so I'll bring that protection in again, and before I go to work I'll say, can you make sure that protection's in place until I get into my bed the next day, okay? What you can also do as well is that if you feel that shield of protection is coming down, or something's getting in your head, or you've these repetitive self-destructive thoughts, because that's a form of attack as well, because there are entities out there that have passed that cling on to people who are having those doubting thoughts about themselves, and they're feeding off it, okay? If you had some randomer at the door, you just let them send in, you'd be like, get out. That's what you need to be doing to these entities and these attachments and these spirits that are not welcome, okay? They are not welcome in your space. So why would you have them there? Just because you might not be able to see them or feel them doesn't mean that they're not there. Believe me, I've seen them, I've felt them, I've been under their influence. I'm not at the moment because I'm regularly clearing myself. If you don't know what to look for, it's difficult. This is why I'm doing this vlog, because to be forewarned is to be forearmed, okay? And I just feel that it's important that I deliver that today, because I've had a conversation this morning, very interesting conversation this morning with a friend of mine, and we've shared the same sort of stories, and it's interesting to see. It's just interesting to see people, not necessarily the person I'm talking about, but it's interesting to see people who do clear and do know what they're dealing with, those beasties that are out there and those that don't. Okay, I just want to give you some understanding of the protection that you can tap into, that is your God-given right, because Archangel Michael is omnipresent. That means he can be with you and he can be with thousands of other people at the same time. Okay, he doesn't cherry pick who he wants to work with. And if you want protection, he is there, and he's there the minute you think about it, okay? And the minute you ask for protection. The angels only have so far they can go. The rest works on free will and your willingness to appreciate that to some extent you can call in that protection whenever you need it. Oh my God, that's a prayer, okay? So that alone, that's asking for something to come in. I need a bit of help here, okay? It doesn't need to be pomp and ceremony, candles, music, everything else. But a couple of deep breaths sometimes helps you to realign with the divine, okay? Breath work is very important. I should do more of it. Sorry, I don't do enough of it, but I should do more of it, as we all should. But I hope that gives people something that they can work with, okay? Funny around with it, cut it down, make it more exuberant, you know, do what you want, make it more out there, do what you want with it, okay? But the crux of it is asking for protection. So important, because your thoughts and your feelings, they're yours then. No one else is sapping off them. No other forms of psychic attack can get through that barrier that you're putting around yourself, okay? Only what you allow in, all right? And more importantly, what you're giving out will get out to people, will be able to touch people for the highest good, okay? If you're asking on behalf of somebody else, for your kids, for your pets, for people at work, for those that you know are in a bad time on it, just say, beloved Archangel Michael, I ask on behalf of so-and-so, if it is for the higher good of all concerned, so be it. The reason you have to put that into place is because if something has happened to that person at the time, I'm not saying that they warrant an attachment or warrant something or other, but if they're having a run of bad luck or things are happening for them, they may have pre-incarnationally accepted that challenge, so it might be happening for them because they need to learn from it, okay? So your precursor should always be, if it is for the higher good of all concerned, beloved Archangel Michael, Lord, Mother Mary, whoever you want to address, put that in place before you actually deliver the prayer, all right, or after you've delivered the prayer, because in terms of karmic payment, that covers your bum as much as it allows them to continue on with their spiritual path, whatever that might be. Because if you then suddenly start doing this for everyone and his dog and don't put that into place, don't say if it's for the higher good of all concerned, you could potentially, by trying to do something good, inherit that karmic debt. Okay, so we don't want your plate to be loaded up with someone else's rubbish. Rubbish as it is, that's their rubbish and they need to learn from it, potentially. But protection is protection, so the thought is the deed. The minute you think about it, you want to be putting this bubble of light around you, if you can, thinking about that, and just calling Archangel Michael, please Michael, come to me now. Clear out that don't need to be there. Cut and cauterize. If anybody wants to know anything else or you have any questions, please message me. Please get in touch by whatever means. If you know me personally, private message will be fine. You know, or for the sake of this group, for my page, it might be nice to deliver some of the questions and I'll try and get you the right answer. I'll hook up to spirit if I don't know something, genuinely don't know something, and I'll try to give you what they give me. All right. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.